Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to the Hall Pass channel. My name is Rich Hall, and I want to thank you in advance for taking some time to watch this video. At the end of it, if you like what you see, I hope you hit the subscribe button because there's going to be several videos to follow. This is my very first video on this channel. This is a brand new channel for me. I had a channel previously. I'm not going to spend any time on that, but after not making videos for a very long time, I just had the itch to kind of get back out there and make some videos. So this is my very first video for the Hall Pass channel, so I hope you enjoy it. And I want to talk a little bit about the subject at hand. And as you see in the title of this video, why I believe the NFL sucks. You may disagree with that statement. Some, I believe, are going to agree with it. I believe that there are people that spend thousands of dollars on season tickets that believe the NFL today sucks compared to the product that we are used to seeing over the years. So I want to touch on a couple things. One, the reason why I believe that the NFL has gone downhill tremendously, and this has absolutely nothing to do with the anthem protest, people kneeling or raising hands or whatever. This video has absolutely nothing to do with that. That being said, I am going to release a video with my thoughts on that particular subject, not just for the NFL, but for sports in general. And kind of give you some thoughts around that. And so I hope you guys tune in again and hit the subscribe button to see that video in the very near future. But to stay on track, I want to talk a little bit about why I believe the NFL just cannot seem to get out of its own way. After saying I'm not going to talk about the anthem, the way that they handled it, the way that they handled the process of that, it was kind of hard and brutal to watch and listen, and just kind of the way it was rolled out. But to touch on everything as a whole, quite frankly, is the fact that the NFL has implemented so many new rules and regulations when it comes to player safety. Right now, I am 100% behind player safety. I understand that football is a very brutal, violent, and physical sport. These men understand what they're signing up for when they sign contracts to go play in the NFL. But my problem is that they've gone so far to one side with it that it's just very difficult to watch. The product is not the same. I'll give you an example. So I was watching a highlight this weekend where a quarterback got sacked, okay? Defensive end, his stand-up outside linebacker comes off the edge and just obliterates this quarterback. It was a blindside hit, but it was clean. It was legal. It wasn't late. There was no contact with the quarterback's head, but there was still a penalty that was thrown on the play because the defensive player, wrapped him up and then took him to the ground. And I literally had to rewind my TV a couple of times and listen to the explanation of the referee, because I'm like, dude, you just threw a flag for a tackle. Like a picture perfect, beautifully formed tackle. Like, what in the heck is going on? I saw that highlight. I literally, as I just mentioned, I rewound it probably 3 or 4 times, not just to only hear the referee's explanation of the blown call, in my opinion, but to watch in detail the actual hit and the tackle. And it was as clean as anything I've ever seen. So, when you combine that with what you see already in the preseason football now, look, I understand and I pray, I hope when I make this statement that this comes to fruition. But I believe that once the regular season starts, I think the referees are going to, maybe calm down on throwing the flags on some of these hits and whatnot that we're seeing. Because if they don't, you think the NFL's got problems today, just wait until the end of this season. I've got some interesting statistics. So in 2017, there were over 3,500 penalties. All right, 3,500 penalties. Now, I didn't do enough research to tell you if that was up or down compared to 2016 or 2015. Now keep in mind, that number does not include offsetting penalties, decline penalties, things of that nature. That is just penalties that amassed over 30,000 penalized yards. I'm going to go and I'm going to say that the majority of that was probably a hold or a defensive hold, which kind of leads me back to my original point that it's not just about the hits. It's not just about the player safety. The NFL has literally taken the ability of the defense to play defense, and they've thrown it down the drain, in my opinion. As a defensive back, you can no longer use your hands. If you do, it's an automatic penalty. However, the offensive player has the opportunity to use his hands to position himself to make a catch. Look, I am all about big plays. I love exciting football, but at the end of the day, let these guys play a little bit. We are putting, arguably, in my opinion, we are putting the greatest athletes on the football field and now restricting them in their ability to play this game. And so I just, again, I have really struggled because I love to watch football. I'm a massive college football fan. I love watching the game. I played when I was younger. I had friends that went on to play college football. I had a really good friend who played NFL football. And, I continue to reiterate, it is a violent, brutal, physical sport. There's going to be injury. There's going to be concussions. There's going to be things that happen to these individuals that are extremely unfortunate, but that is the game that is being played. And as the NFL tries to, tame that to a degree, they're hurting themselves. Look, it's $1 billion business. I get that. If you don't have players, you don't have games. If you don't have games, you don't have revenue. I get it. Business 101. But for the love of all that's merciful, can you please, NFL, just stop with all of the garbage penalties? Not only does it drag the game out forever, it just makes it hard to watch. And quite frankly, if it wasn't for fantasy football, which I'm going to make a video on that coming up as well, because on the Hall Pass channel, I literally talk about everything. But I digress. If it wasn't for fantasy football, I'm telling you right now, I would not watch NFL football. And again, I cannot be any more clear that it has nothing to do with the anthem protest. I was well on my way out the door before all that stuff happened. So anyway, just some things that I wanted to throw out there, some mind-boggling statistics. I didn't realize that there were that many penalties in 2017. And again, I'm going to do some research as a follow-up video to this with some statistics, or I may put some information down in the comments once I uncover that. But listen, if you have any thoughts on this, please leave a comment below. Let me know. Do you think that the NFL sucks? Do you think that this is the best the NFL has to offer? Do you believe that the NFL is doing a great job? Do you enjoy watching it? Do you disagree with me? Whatever your thoughts are, I would appreciate a comment. But if you enjoy this video, again, I really hope that you take an opportunity to hit the subscribe button and be on the lookout for more videos to come. I appreciate your time tonight. Hope you guys have a great night and a great week, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.